Hi guys. Okay, Joel just made a comment a while ago that today, Monday, and it's the 4th of February, feels like a whole week has occurred in one day today. And just in the last couple of hours actually, got off to a slow start. However, all kinds of exciting things happening. Now, first of all, Adam saw the second sun and got photographs of it. He's just sending them to me now. Clicking save all. Yes, okay. And clicking where to. Libraries, pictures. Okay, there they go. Being saved. Now, Catherine is arriving Thursday morning. We're all very excited. Qantas Flight 16, Suite 16, and she's made the break. She's tried, come what may, to make it work in the USA, and of course it's not. So she got her passport. It arrived just last week while we're away, and we pick her up from the airport Thursday morning. Very excited. This is the beginning of the gathering. And Brett, we expect you to be out here real soon. We've got a tailgate we want you to spray with the Ark of the Covenant. Oh dear, life just gets more and more exciting. Now, you can hear the beep of Adam's files coming through. Yah has been measuring the moon. Today we were live, real time with James in Ontario, and each of us testing the Coriolis over the period of about 40 minutes. And it's been going like this. North and southern hemisphere. Sometimes it was going in the same direction at the same time, but it's been backwards and forwards. The moon has been rising in different positions, so there's definitely a wobble going on with the Earth, and Yah's working on a PowerPoint now with some measuring that he's been doing, all very exciting. Now I'm just going to open these.
So the moon at this time, you saw it rise towards Brisbane.
Yeah, it was right between those two houses.
It's impossible.
Right.
It has to rise 316.8 miles north of Tugum, and Tugum from the 8888.8 solar eclipse of 1944, 25th your
January
birthday,
yeah.
Yours,
last
month. The distance to here is Almighty God, 7706
yeah.
miles, or nautical mile.
Yes.
Which is Almighty God.
Yeah.
So we hit this date, and the water had no spin. It reversed and then went the other direction again.
That's right.
And it was in time with, was it James in Ontario?
Yes, James is in Ontario. Oh my goodness, these photographs have just come through. I'm going to take the camera off the top of the computer to get a shot of these. Do you want to come around here? Just respond to Adam. Look at this. My goodness. Hey guys, come and have a look at these. These are the photographs that Adam took. Yes, yeah, he found the cord to the camera. Let me just see if I can. Whoa.
That sun is very close.
Wow. Let's see if I can get to.
Push the little button to the left of the left arrow. Yeah, that one.
There's a magnifier thing here, look. Here's that.
Wow. Which thing, babe? Here?
Set the magnifier on
On
that.
the very left.
Oh.
Try that. Use the
Slide
zoom.
it up and down. Yeah.
Oh.
Then you just can drag it around with the hand on the screen.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. It's
Look at the
amazing.
spectrum of the red glow underneath.
Astonishing. Now,
So this is the destroyer getting lined up.
this is from Poland just hours ago. Adam sending, look over here.
Right.
Now, of course, they've been doing chemtrailing.
Now in the 2 weeks we were away, we got hacked twice. The computer is still bugged. And we were told by my ardent follower, my grandniece, my brother's granddaughter, who I got together, her mother and father, after Jaime had been in jail in Morocco. And I managed to get him to enter the lodgings in London. The Jewish lady was talking to Michelle and I in Hurstville at that same moment looking for Jaime, which Michelle said he's got no chance of getting back into England, right? Because he's also locked up in the jail. And he walks in the door as this woman is talking to him. So Lily appreciates that. And I've said to her, listen to what your parents are saying. They're all stupid. Protocol 14.
Yes. Yeah, oh, that was something that was already in the file. But look at this. This is really weird. Look, got this here above here. Or is that? And it's just reflecting of the cloud. And this is, but this is.
But you see the reflection on the top sphere is of the sun. So in other words, in front of the sun.
What?
Now this is the destroyer getting lined up. And the Bible prophecy has not failed so far.
Okay, so it's 1:10 in the afternoon there now. I'm just asking what time these were taken.
This looks like someone been smacking it about. It's dropped down.
Oh, these are
So see the reflection on the
amazing.
bottom of it?
Yes, down here.
Now, that is a planet, it's not a sun. Now up top, go up top.
Yeah.
That one there, that's
Yeah.
not glowing. That dot is reflecting off the sun.
Off the sun, that's right.
Right? Coming off the sea or off the clouds.
Yeah, but this is
That's a planet.
this is the
And then
planet.
above that seems to be a little moon.
Excuse me, Shiva.
Right? It's
Yeah.
a new Earth, new moon, see?
Okay, I'll just see what Adam's answer is. 8:15 a.m.
So it's coming up.
Yeah, this is rising. Whoa, 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 whoa.
The destroyer comes
I asked her if she knew about it.
See how fast it's moving? How,
Yeah.
Ask him how close were the shots.
Okay.
You took 4, didn't you?
More, 6.
Okay.
How
Quickly.
close in time were the shots taken? These are astonishing, babe. This is this.
Tell him that the moon is moved in the wrong position because of the Coriolis effect we did test today. That they're flicking back and forth. So the moon's coming up in the wrong spot. It's coming up south for too long, it should be north. So likewise, the Earth is flipping back and forwards because of this Coriolis. It's trying to balance. It will balance.
I'll get you to put those files on a stick and then I'll
Okay.
put them in the video, so that's probably the resolution.
You're pointing at the thing, everything.
Yeah.
You're pointing at the golden helmet in the back.
Oh, here we go. You can see the golden helmet. Oh, he's got another 9. He says these shots are leading up to it. How far apart in time? Is there a... There's no date stamp on.
No, I've got no date stamp.
No, I know. Time. Sometimes the camera takes time. He's writing.
Well, that's if he's got set.
Yep. Well, no, he's writing.
So anyhow, Lily goes to see Stephen, our lunatic nephew. It looks likely his wife is trying to kill him.
He says over 30 minutes, from 7:45 until 8:15. This is the entire sunrise.
Okay. So now we can work out how long it is between the two. It's half an hour. So you get the first and last to see how far it's moved across the sky and how far it's come up.
Oh, look what's going on here. Oh, no.
How are you doing that?
It's an impossibility. I'm filming. Like if they turn around. Hello. There's us. And, oh yeah, let me.
Drop that out the way.
There we go.
You got the sun and the sun.
Yeah, we've got, yeah. Now I've got the screen. Yeah, there, yeah. All right. It's working. It's just, now get over to take a look at these other ones. There's 9 of these ones. Okay. 7:39 a.m. Where's this one? 7:40. Okay. Ooh, here we go. So this was at 7:39 a.m. 7:40 a.m.
How long between that one and the last one?
One 171. Let me see what their properties. 7:58, and the next one. 7:58. 7:58.
Oh, come on.
Oh, 7:59.
It's 1 minute. So the chemtrails come over.
7:59. Okay, let's see.
Protocol 14. We will forbid,
Forbid Christ. So the result is this.
The destroyer's coming. You see how it's moving across the face of the sun?
Yeah. Let's see what time this one is. Okay, 7:58 again.
On the road again. And that's moved. But it's still 7:58.
So is that one? Yep. 7:56. $7:46. Excuse me. 7:41. 7:40. 7:40. 7:40. 7:39. That's it. Gnarly. Gnarly, gnarly, gnarly. Okie dokie, cool or what, he says. Well done.
It looks like a planet with a moon. It's the biblical golden city.
Hang on, I'm going to put this back. Say hi to everybody, babe.
Hello there. Ripping yarn, what? In Melbourne, you wouldn't believe the discussions that we had with the saints down there, and had the little children. The three of these gorgeous babies of Michelle's came into being because I made it happen. And Lily just come back from visiting her insane uncle, Stephen, in the Philippines. And what's that?
This is the Dendera zodiac that I was telling you about.
Oh, right, of course it is.
From 1998, Christian.
Now, what you've got there is Aquarius and Leo, Taurus and Scorpio. Huh? Now, the Taurus and Scorpio is Tracy and Nicole. Right, their birth dates.
Yes.
They key into. Now, the other direction, you're moving around that zodiac, you come to Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is Rhiannon. Right?
Mm.
So Rhiannon, Nicole, and Tracy, with Michelle, when you go around to Pisces, you're moving towards
Oh, sorry, babe. Sorry, I'm trying.
Are we back?
Yeah, we're back. Do you want to?
So we're going towards Pisces, which brings Michelle into it. And she's just too dumb to see it. But so she was as Mary Magdalene. So she was.
Yeah.
So you deal with the cards as given to you by the Almighty, which is myself, which I'd forgotten by the time I'm living as a human being, about to get nailed across. That's not happy at all. So it's God in the flesh coming down. And all the numbers, of course, are determined by Tracy, who was born when all the planets lined up in 2004 back in 1968, and my weight on all the planets is the same number as the area that's shrouded the ring, which is the same height as the highest mountain sighted by Cook and Wallace with the Harrison clock. My relative invented the Harrison clock. So it all comes together in the length of my arm, which is 513 millimetres. The same as Grant Barlow, he's the same arm as mine. Comes from New Zealand. He died, and he was dead for a long while, and then was sent back and told to go to Australia, where I bought a videotape of him at a Barry Smith seminar at one of the churches, where I see him and Wendy waving their hands off in the middle of this video before I met them. So it's quite a story. And of course, Michelle is witness to that, but won't come forward. So at this point in time, we take over, and anyone who wants to come to Australia from any nation can do so. Just tell them I sent you, and you're going to the kingdom of God. To them. And then we'll have to escape and move to Victoria. Because that prophecy is of the old church in Diamond Valley, Diamond Creek, was Christ would come from Melbourne, because I had, from Diamond Creek, which I did, Greensboro. So I fulfilled prophecy there. And it's witnessed by, of course, everybody who was going to the Seventh-day Adventist Church, Don Anderson and his wife, and she's a Catholic. And there's putting seminars on showing that the beast is Rome. Well, it's not. It's England. Rome don't do any killing. Not anymore. That's been taken over by Elizabeth. So, in my other work here, which I'm making a PowerPoint, the moon is coming up in the wrong position because the Earth is going through the Coriolis wobble. And Antarctica is like a giant damper. And it had to be created when Mars bumped into it and pushed out Antarctica and ejected the moon out through the centre of Antarctica's mountain, which is an average of 9420 feet high, as a ring. And the moon came out through there, and that made the mammals ovulate, and the seas ovulate, and the life as you know it today occurred, and the dinosaurs, their weight changed and they collapsed under their weight. Where the smaller mammals, which were you lot, were able to adapt, and that's why people were bigger at the time of Adam, and they got smaller. They were giants in those days. It says so in the Bible, it should read occasionally. And these giants got smaller and smaller. It said that of Judah that he could outrun a hind. That's how big and fast he was, powerful.
I asked Adam,
about 25 foot tall.
I asked Adam what made him get up this morning and take the pickies. He said the chemtrails had only been placed in front of the sun. He said I'd woken up to go to the bathroom at 7 on the dime, came out and thought, you know, I'm going to snap some pics and see if it's real, as I had the day before been searching and posting many vids of the 2 suns sightings. I waited until the sun came over the horizon.
So Claudia is our witness against the Jews controlled by London. And what they have done to the people of Poland. They've totally demoralised them.
I'll read what Adam has posted earlier this evening.
And they're all Catholics, of course. Now, I was born to a Catholic church. Had to be.
Listen to this.
Take over all South America, all Catholics.
This is disgusting. This is all over a €50 bank fee fine.
But it is a checkmate.
Yes. Anyway, Kay may be arrested, by the way, after they garnish her wages and tax an extra 250 zloty, so around 500 zloty off her initial paycheck, just because of a bank fee of €50. We respond, thieves and robbers about to burn in the lake of fire. They hire bounty hunters, says Adam. He showed up at her work, threatening court and arrest, which is the go here. They lock people up for 8 months until their trial, and then they're let free with a mass amount of debt. He said they will garnish her wage and put her back on a set wage. Then she will have to pay after her pay comes in, which will be for working almost every day this month. So her pay will end up being 1,000 or 1,200 zloty, which is the lowest wage they offer. For the Aussie dollar, there's 3.15 zloty. So when $1,000 is 333 Aussie dollars, we're talking about for a month of slaving. She is the first employee in history at the plant. They employ 3,000 people to receive the same amount for a second paycheck as the first is so low for probation period. First month the pay is shit, then the second is supposed to be almost double. And then he says the Jewish Gestapo runs Europe. So I ask, so if the debt is paid in one go, what then? He says, they still garnish the wage for not replying sooner and resulting in the bounty. The only thing that changes is she won't have to go to court, which they try to slap on people even after paying. He says it's a fucking joke. Then he says they have a system where each year for tax they need to know how many hours you worked, what days, and you're taxed accordingly. Then if you're on social securities, it isn't free, you're in debt. If you don't work, they tax you and go into debt. So it would be like minus 3,000 zloty for not working. Then upon death, they send the debt to the family in form of a will. The family must decline the will and write themselves off of it to not take on the debt. Any possessions, that's of the deceased, goes to the state. You say it's hard to believe. He said he only learned of it a few days ago. Claudia had to write herself of her past grandmother's will and received nothing. They would have sold World War II jewellery and valuables, but it was that and 50,000 zloty debt, and that's years in prison if not paid. And then talks about her dad being smacked with 1,000, he says, dollar fine, must be zloty, for not properly filing taxes, which was the accountant's fault. And his monthly wage almost all goes to the state, and this is a man who has 5 children. And then in Slupsk, there is a bank on every corner, all with different names.
Just a second.
What, Diane?
You missed something there.
Oh, Yar is saying all of Poland suffers because they don't believe in him. Then Adam says, and in Slupsk there is a bank on every corner, all with different names, run by the same conglomerates, such as Lloyd Bank and HSBC, etc. And then he replies to not believing. They have been conditioned, returned souls from hell on earth, hence all the alcoholism. Gas stations have alcohol, kiosks, every market, every little store. It's insane here how many alcoholics there are. Yar says he can't blame them. And then he says, no, their history is one that is saddening. They've been deceived by Russian kings, their land taken, their language wiped from the map. They didn't even belong on a map. Their king was slaughtered in a theatre in front of all other regional kings. They were constantly attacked by the Germans and Russians for the land and almost always lost. Then World War I and II had its economic total on them while they were being slaughtered by Russians and starved to death. And now they reincarnate to their resources and wealth, being sold to Russians and the US, and then resold back to them for triple. So all of their resources are sold, exported and sold, and then resold to them for triple the amount that had their one hope, which was Kaczynski. Then he was killed along with all of his Senate supporters and administration. The taxes keep rising. The rich are getting richer and the poor are dying. But hey, a beer is 1 litre, 1.5 zloty, so that would be what, less than 50 cents Australian money. And vodka is 4 zloty. However, 1 kilo of rice is 6 zloty. Butter is between 4 and 6 zloty. So in other words, it's cheaper to drink and eat. He said, in petrol and gas, it's ridiculous. Welfare is 230 zloty a month, so that's less than $70 a month. So Yara is suggesting that Kay go to the Canadian Embassy as well, declare herself a refugee. They are hunting her down. She has nowhere to live, and to give them his name. And then
She bears witness what we did in New Guinea and Fiji.
Absolutely, that's right. Okay, now I'll get back through the photographs. See what his responses are.
So the evil is going to be wiped off the face of the planet. That's simple. In our trip to Melbourne, I didn't find anyone worth saving.
Okay, he talks that he waited until the sun came over the horizon. The weirdest part was the clouds facing me and their backs to the sun had light on the face of them. So like this, my posse, light, cloud, no light, sun. The sun should be in front of the cloud, adjacent to my position. I thought there was a sun rising behind me.
So the Earth is in a wobble. The corridor was repeated today. We had James in Canada. At the same time, we're doing
Real
the test
time.
he was, and his was changing back and forth, in tune with ours changing back and forth.
Yeah, I'll post.
I'm James, huh?
Yeah.
My name, Susan.
Susan.
We lost you.
Oh! I need to do that. Hey, I just noticed something.
Right. 1245, 1254.
Oh no, it's okay. I thought it was doing what it was doing with John Lynch when the time goes backwards.
Right. Does it?
No, just looked like it was from this perspective.
Everybody loves somebody sometime. So we have the Coriolis, because we're moving through the centre line of the Milky Way galaxy. Well, one thing we did learn that Graham told us, that one night the show that he regularly listens to changed its music to more angelic and renamed the show because he said that we had crossed over the into the heavenly side of the Milky Way galaxy. In other words, he's been listening and watching what we've been saying. Of course, that's what's happened.
Has to be. Well, babe.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? It's getting exciting, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Planets
I'm
moving.
very excited about Catherine coming.
Yes. Yeah. Girl power.
You know why she's coming here? To meet the Creator. She says
Exactly.
so.
That's right.
Can't wait.
Mm.
Someone who's genuine coming out to meet the Creator.
Yes.
Can't get none of my family, can I?
No. No, it's exciting. So early Thursday morning. I have to leave here about 4:30. And we'll be there with bells on to pick her up.
You want to take both people? Cool on the Grand Newton. So you can sit on the back with that black thing on with the headlight thing, that bra thing.
Yeah.
So we end up getting our ute for 1,600.
Yeah, about that.
Then we've got to spend some money on it to fix it, but the point is we've got it for 1,600. Probably fix it for 1,000. What's that?
It's a lovely year.
It's half done, isn't it?
Yep, you did it. You pulled the bang out of the tailgate. Adam's writing about my dreams where I'm pulled up and down in all directions, unable to control. It's the Coriolis.
Let me see.
Flores. Let there be light, babe. Hey, alright, we ready for bed?
Yeah, I'll finish it off tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, so I didn't sleep at all last night. Nights in white satin. Around and around and around. It was in the club yesterday, the RSL, the Valley of the Shadow of Death. I was playing on the piano, the Nights in White Satin. So yesterday we go to the RSL for the salad roll or the beer at 10 o'clock. And they're playing in the RSL, the Valley of the Shadow of Death, Nights in White Satin. Thinking, this is weird. And so last night, all night, Nights in White Satin. Beautiful song.
So all the Jews have to do is file past the Ark of the Covenant.
Oh, yeah.
And
That'll sort them out.
that'll sort them out. One side goes down to a set of spinning blades.
Yep.
And the other side goes through into the Holy Lands. So the Ark will decide.
Yep. Left and right. Separation of the sheep.
If you don't go in, if you think you're holy, you go in. If you don't think you're holy, you don't go in. That's fine too. But you don't go into the Palestine. And the Palestinians are already in there, so they stay there.
All good for the good.
Yeah, what?
Okay, let's end this ripping.
At this time, you saw it rise towards Brisbane.
Yeah, it was
Right.
between those two
It's
houses.
impossible.
Right.
It has to rise 316.8 miles north of Tugum, and Tugum from the 8888.8 solar eclipse of 1944, 25th your
January.
birthday
Yeah.
of yours in
Martha.
last month. The distance to here is Almighty God, 7706
Yeah.
miles or nautical mile,
Yes.
which is Almighty God.
Yeah.
So we hit this date and the water had no spin, it reversed and then went the other direction again.
That's right.
And it was in time with, was it James in Ontario?
Yes, James is in Ontario. Oh my goodness, these photographs have just come through. I'm going to take the camera off the top of the computer to get a shot of these. Do you want to come around here? Just respond to Adam. Last week while we're away, and we pick her up from the airport Thursday morning. Very excited. This is the beginning of the gathering. And Brett, we expect you to be out here real soon. We've got a tailgate we want you to spray with the Ark of the Covenant. Oh dear, life just gets more and more exciting. Now you can hear the beep of Adam's files coming through. Yah has been measuring the moon. Today we were live, real time with James in Ontario, and each of us testing the Coriolis over the period of about 40 minutes. And it's been going like this. North and southern hemisphere. Sometimes it was going in the same direction at the same time, but it's been backwards and forwards. The moon has been rising in different positions, so there's definitely a wobble going on with the Earth, and Yah's working on a PowerPoint now with some measuring that he's been doing, all very exciting. Now I'm just going to open these.
So the moon at...
Look at this. My goodness. Hey guys, come and have a look at these. These are the photographs that Adam took. Yes, yeah, he found the cord to the camera. Let me just see if I can. Whoa.
That sun is very close.
Wow. Let's see if I can get to.
Push the little button to the left of the left arrow. Yeah, that one.
There's a magnifier thing here, look. Here's that.
Wow. Which thing, babe? Here?
See the magnifier on the
On
left?
the very left.
Oh.
Try that.
Slide it up and down. Yeah.
Oh.
Then you just can drag it around with the hand on the screen.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. It's
Look at the
amazing.
spectrum of the red glow underneath.
Astonishing. Now,
So this is the destroyer getting lined up.
this is from Poland just hours ago. Hi guys. Okay. Joel just made a comment a while ago that today, Monday, and it's the 4th of February, feels like a whole week has occurred in one day today. And just in the last couple of hours, actually, got off to a slow start. However, all kinds of exciting things happening. Now, first of all, Adam saw the second sun and got photographs of it. He's just sending them to me now. Clicking save all. Yes, okay. And clicking where to. Libraries, pictures. Okay, there they go. Being saved. Now, Catherine is arriving Thursday morning. We're all very excited. Qantas Flight 16, Suite 16, and she's made the break. She's tried, come what may, to make it work in the USA, and of course it's not. So she got her passport. It arrived just like Adam sending. Look over here.
Right.
Now, of course, they've been doing chemtrailing.
Now in the 2 weeks we're away, we got hacked twice. The computer is still bugged. And we were told by my ardent follower, my grandniece, my brother's granddaughter, who I got together, her mother and father, after Jaime had been in jail in Morocco. And I managed to get him to enter the lodgings in London. The Jewish lady was talking to Michelle and I in Hurstville at that same moment, looking for Jaime, which Michelle said he's got no chance of getting back into England, right? Because he's also locked up in the jail. And he walks in the door as this woman is talking to him. So Lily appreciates that. And I've said to her, listen to what your parents are saying. They are all stupid. Protocol 14.
Yes. Yeah, that was something that was already in the file. But look at this. This is